Hey fans, welcome back to the Wrestling Wrap-Up. I, of course, as always, am your host, the Megastar Austin Savage. This is episode 52 of the show. I want to apologize again to you guys because I haven't done a video. I didn't talk about, I believe it was ROH's pay-per-view, the debut of their show on Sinclair Broadcasting Groups. I haven't talked about Raw or Impact Wrestling recently. I've been very busy with family obligations, wrestling obligations, and my 9-to-5 job. So I apologize. What I'm going to do for this episode of the show is, as I promised you guys, I said I was going to do another horror video. This is it. I want to talk about some Halloween 3 news and notes. As everybody knows, I'm a huge Halloween fan. This news comes from a Twitter account named Halloween_3D. The film will not be a found footage film. Well, Jesus Christ, I should hope not. How are they going to do a found footage Halloween? It's not like somebody was following Michael Myers around documenting the murders. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. I don't think a slasher film, other than, say, a Scream, would work in that way. Unless they went with footage of Michael in various stages from his stay at Smith's Grove with Dr. Loomis. Then they could do it, but that's going to be a long, slow, boring fucking movie. The film allegedly has gotten a complete rewrite, and it's more of a reboot than a sequel. When Todd Farmer and I can't remember Lazar, I can't remember the guy's first name, said they were talking about doing H3. It's the guys that did My Bloody Valentine, the writer and director from that film. Let's not get started on that. Excuse me. They said that the original script that they came up with followed H2 and continued along that storyline. I like that idea, and as I've said on the show a couple of times, I have actually written a script for Halloween 3, which followed H2 and completes the series in a more permanent way than previously. Rebooting to me at this point is a mistake, because I know a lot of people didn't like Rob Zombie's Halloween in H2, but rebooting it at this point, you're going to lose a lot of people, because they're going to be like, well, what the fuck were the other two movies about? Why is this one a reboot? And how far are they going to go back? I mean, are they going to reboot the entire series and show something different? Or are they going to basically shoot Halloween all over again? Like I just said, I know a lot of people didn't like Rob Zombie's Halloween in H2, but as a matter of fact, Rob Zombie's Halloween is the highest grossing film in the franchise. Period. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with that kind of success. Scout Taylor Compton will not be reprising her role as Laurie Strode / Angel Myers. This is the most disturbing piece of news to come from this person who's supposedly in on the process. I feel that you can't make this film without two key cast members. One being Scout Taylor Compton playing Laurie Strode, and the other one being Taylor Maine playing Michael Myers. Scout Taylor Compton has done a great job playing Laurie, and you can't go from 7-foot whatever Taylor Maine to some 5-foot little munchkin playing Michael Myers. The sheer sight of seeing Taylor Maine stand next to Scout Taylor Compton, or even Danielle Harris in the first Halloween, was scary in itself, because he's so big. You know, at this point, if you take the story in a different direction in terms of the storytelling, it's a mistake to me for many reasons. If you introduce too many characters that weren't in the original series, you lose the story that fans love, and I think you're going to lose a lot of fans if you change it too much. And I understand the fans that want Michael Myers to go back to the mysterious shape, but in Rob Zombie's Halloween in H2, it made Michael Myers all that more sympathetic. And you hate the guy on one hand because he's doing all these horrible things, but you kind of sympathize with the guy because you want to know why. I think Michael Myers right now is in a place where, for me, the mental aspect of watching H2 really set it apart from the other films, because you actually had to think about what was going on the screen while you're watching the movie, and I think that's why a lot of people didn't like it, because they didn't understand it. I think, for me, trying to understand what makes Michael Myers tick is interesting, and it makes me want to watch the movie. I've watched Halloween and Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's films, probably 36 times. I probably watch those two just as much as I watch the original two. Now, enough about Halloween for now. As soon as I get more news and notes, I will post another video, because I'm very interested to see how this all pans out. It hits theaters October 26th, 2012, a week after PA3, which PA1 to me sucked. PA2 was terrible. Made no sense. It's a bunch of paranormal hoopla, bullshit camera tricks. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a movie review. And I've never done this before on the show. The title I'm reviewing this week is called Husk. I did not write down who the director or the writer was. I will just give you a few quick opinions. To me, this was the stupidest movie I've ever seen in my life. The plot was dumb. The characters were stupid. Typical teenager horror movie bullshit. The story drags on way after the audience should have figured out how the movie's going to go. The ending is terrible and comes way too late, meaning the movie dragged on way too long and it should have just ended earlier. Out of a possible 5 stabs, I'm going to give Husk 1 stab. Because the writing was terrible. The acting was atrocious. I think 5th graders could have done better acting. And the plot was just dumb. I mean, I'd heard so much about this movie on BloodyDisgusting.com and ShockTillYouDrop.com and FearNet.com and all of these other horror websites that I frequent. By the way, my favorite is BloodyDisgusting.com. It's BloodyDisgusting.com. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's great for reviews and communicating in the horror community. It's great. I love it. I said, oh, wow, it was at Redbox, so I said, oh, I'm going to see that, because, everybody thought it was great. I watched it, and I'm like, what the fuck were you people thinking? So, 1 stab out of 5. Check it out. Feel free to get back to me. I'm going to wrap this video up. Email the show, wrestlingwrapup@yahoo.com. Follow me on Twitter, @ProudToBeStraightEdge. I will catch you guys later, and I'll try to do another wrestling video at some point this weekend. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.